Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Nako, ang pag-uusapan natin in this episode, ang isa sa mga paraan na ginagawa ng ilang mga international students to extend their stay here in Canada. It's not exactly right, but it is happening. It is the reality on the ground. I do not think na maraming mga international students sa mga Pilipino ang gumagawa nito. Pero it has been reported na, eto na nga, marami pong international students ang record high na bilang ng mga international students ang nag-a-apply for refugee status, nagki-claim ng asylum. Napag-usapan na natin to noon na maraming gumagawa niyan. Dati, sabi ko, isa sa mga dahilan nila, para mapamura yung tuition fee na kanilang babayaran. Kasi po kung maging refugee sila, ma-approve ang kanilang application, bababa to domestic rate ang kanilang tuition fee. That's one of the many things that they are after. But ngayon, I am pretty sure ginagawa po yan ng mas marami to extend their stay in Canada, to buy time habang sila ay naghahanap ng permanent residency pathway to Canada. So according to reports, ito na nga, I will show you. Record high ang bilang ng mga international students who claimed asylum last year at according to this same report, maaring malagpasan pa yung record na yon this year, 2025. Ito yan. This is from Global News. Ang headline, Foreign Student Asylum Claims hit record high in 2024, set to grow in 2025. Nung nabasa ko to nung una, this covers, I believe, both nag-a-apply habang sila ay student at nag-a-apply ng naka-postgraduation work permit na tipong hindi na sila makahanap siguro ng PR pathway. Mag-expire na yung PGWP nila, which as we know guys, one time lang yan nakukuha, hindi po yan extendable or renewable. So I think that covers itong grupo na ito. Sige, panoorin nga natin yung video, no? Ay, teka nga, dapat pala ito. Ayan, this one. Same report po ito.
With pathways to permanent residence closing in Canada, an unprecedented number of international students are seeking asylum.
Foreign students know that they may have limited opportunities to stay, to get study permits, to get extensions to their study permits.
Federal immigration figures obtained by Global News show 20,000 international students claimed asylum last year, nearly double compared to 2023 and 6 times higher than in 2019. And this year is on track to surpass the previous record, with 5,500 in the first 3 months of the year, up 22% from the same period in 2024.
Kung tutuusin guys, maliit na bilang naman yung 20,000 kung i-compare mo yan sa total number of international students. But then, this is important especially sa mga citizens, nagagalit po sila dyan. Dahil magastos or rather malaki ang gastos ng gobyerno ng Canada for refugees. Okay? At nagagalit sila na merong mga taong hindi naman karapat-dapat na nag-a-apply ng refugee, ginagamit yung sistema na ito to avail of the benefits given to refugees. Guys, FYI, maliban sa it will buy these international students time, which again, hindi po tama yan, pero ginagawa nila yan. Kung ma-approve yung kanilang application, but I hope hindi, no? Yung mga illegitimate claims, they will be given, yung mga ma-approve to be refugee. Ang allowance po niyan, about $2,000 plus per month in allowances free. Diba? They don't have to do anything. Okay? So anyway, yun ang kinagagalit ng ilan, Maliban dyan, nakahabasa rin po ako ng report that itong ilang mga refugees daw is contributing to the problem of homelessness here in some parts of Canada. Ang sabi po nung ilang nabasa ko, kung gusto po ng gobyerno mais yung paninikip sa mga shelters for homeless people, isa sa kailangan nilang gawin kaakibat dapat ng kanilang effort ay ang pag-address ng refugee system and kumbaga to fix the abuses in this specific program.
The government has closed a lot of doors for international students to apply for permanent residence through regular streams.
Yes, Mr. Corney.
Prime Minister Mark Carney has vowed to return immigration levels to, in his words, sustainable levels, and to reduce the number of international students from 7% of the Canadian population to 5% by the end of 2027.
This will help ease strains on housing, on public infrastructure, and social services.
Carney is building on previous measures. The Trudeau government capped the number of foreign student visas, limited work hours, and cracked down on so-called diploma mills.
There are certain sectors of our economy that really have taken advantage of international students. You now have batches of students that have gone through that system, have a diploma that's really not worth anything.
Immigration lawyers
Nag-agree ako dun Meron din pong sa kasamaang palad. Nag-international student dito, inofferan nga ng mga colleges, ng mga kursong ngayon hindi po nila mapakinabangan. Okay, poor quality education. Okay. And I feel for those students, syempre dapat, di ba, mapakanabangan naman nila yung course nila, if not in Canada, elsewhere. Pero meron po kasi talaga mga tinatawag na diploma mills, di ba? Lumang topic, lumang issue na ito, guys, Pero ang tanong, tama ba na dahil na pagdaanan nila yon, naloko sila sa isip po nila, tama ba na pumunta sila dito sa refugee program? Hindi pa rin, di ba? Hindi pa rin po.
expect asylum claims and the backlog to keep growing unless the process to hear cases is fast-tracked.
We do have a crisis in healthcare. We do have a crisis in housing. Have the refugees created that? No. Have they exacerbated it a bit? Probably a bit.
The Immigration Department says study permits often span several years, suggesting the cap on international student visas has yet to take full effect. It also adds that the proportion of international students claiming asylum is small.
Isa po talaga sa mga panawagan din dito ay mapabilis yung pag-decide on pending refugee claims or rather asylum claims. Alam niyo kung bakit? Tingnan niyo ang processing time ngayon. This is from Canada.ca po ito. Meron po ganitong portal to check ang status, ano ba ang waiting period ngayon ng mga applications. Sige, puntahan natin yung refugees. Ayan, in Canada tayo. Outside Quebec. Ayan, tignan natin ang processing time. Tumataginting na 30 months. Mahigit 2 taon. Grabe. Oh my, okay. I mean, for international students who wanna buy time and mag-apply sila ng refugee, 30 months, ang dami niyong oras. Ang dami niyong oras. Naku po. But again, huwag niyo pong gagawin yan, mali yan. I also know that the IRCC na-report na rin po ito in the past, na binibilisan na nila, supposedly, o ina-address nila rather yung backlog dyan sa refugees. But with the looks of it, 30 months, parang humaba pa lalo ngayon. Ano ba yan? Kumbaga, this is an easy loophole for those really who wanna extend their stay. Even if alam nila na mare-refuse sila, o sige, ano na yan? Mag-file na lang ako kasi mabibigyan po yata ng work permit kung meron kang pending refugee application. Ay, nako, it's another easy loophole that needs to be addressed definitely. Huwag niyo pong gagawin yan, please. Okay? It might affect badly on your record and again, further give you problems kung plano niyo pong mag-pursue ng Canada in the future. Okay? Kasi that would be what? Hindi ko alam kung it would also be considered misrepresentation if your application is deemed denied. Again, guys, ibigay na natin tong refugee program para sa mga tunay na refugee, yung may mga inaalisang tinatakasang conflict in their areas, yung mga taong talagang may banta sa buhay nila, sa safety nila. But again, this is another reality that is happening in the immigration system here in Canada. We'll see with newly elected Prime Minister Mark Carney kung anong gagawin niya dito dahil isa rin po yan sa sinabi niya nga ayusin niya. No? Anyway, short but sweet ang ating episode. Yun lang naman. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!